issue of consent, especially of girls and women for marriage, this is very important, and it is part of the study of language and gender. Here, so far, our main concern remained with consent, agency, etc. in the perspective of Western cultures. Now we discuss the same issue in the perspective of context of non-Western cultures. We discussed this issue by an example, and here we take example of an Asian country, India, that is our neighbor. In India, Muslims are a minority, and marriage issues are decided according to Muslim laws of marriage. In India, woman's consent is taken in marriage, but not in divorce. Muslim marriage. So they have sought opinion of the Muslim jurists, and in light of that opinion, they have laid down laws, Muslim laws for marriage, and according to these prevalent laws, opinion of girl, their willingness, their consent for marriage is required, but for divorce, their consent is unnecessary. In case of divorce, husbands are not responsible for maintenance money. And another thing that they do, according to Muslim laws, they say it, Muslim laws, that if a woman is divorced, now the husband has no responsibility for her maintenance. Okay, जिसे हम नानो नफका कहते हैं, in language of law we call it नानो नफका. Muslim intellectuals and feminists in India, they have pressed the Indian government not to follow such opinions. This is the reaction, because the Indian government prepared these laws after consultation with ulama, for example. But the reaction from progressive Muslims, intellectuals, and especially feminists came against these laws. In the Muslim world in general, women face three types of invisibility. So now the Indian example ends here. We have seen that there is issue of consent in India, especially within Muslim community, and there is reaction to this issue from the Muslim, especially Muslim feminists. If we talk about Muslim world in general, women face three types of invisibility. Their role is not visible. They look like non-entity in society, जिनका कोई वजूद नहीं है. First, their work is covered under housewife. Whatever they do, people take it as their responsibility as housewife. So this is first type of invisibility. Their labor is taken for granted, मुफ्त में ली जाती है, unpaid, unnoticed, Nobody recognizes it, nobody appreciates it. Second, there is very limited academic research on gender and women issues in Muslim countries. If there exists some work in Muslim countries, it is done by, this is the notable point, this work is done by elite class, Western educated women who have no grounding, no knowledge of the local conventions, traditions, and even no knowledge of true Islamic laws. And by true Islamic laws, I mean Quran and Sunnah. These women have no direct experience of the women they are writing for, because they have no contact with them, they have no experience of life which the women of working class or middle class or poor class are living. The kind of life these women are living, they have no direct experience of that. Even some of them may not have any observation of such kind of life. Third kind of invisibility is that women are invisible on media. Not in commercial sense, I mean, in the sense that they are not truly represented. Still women are shown confined to home. So whenever we see them on media, in dramas, in chats and some other things like that, so we see that they are shown as persons whose basic responsibility is taking care of home and children and husband. Elite and middle class Western educated women, they dominate media. So here too, a common woman is not visible. So a common woman in Muslim countries faces these three types of invisibility. In tribal societies like Libya and Yemen, and even in Egypt, modern day Egypt, stereotypes about women prevail. Stereotypes, the biased views of women, their responsibilities, their role in society. So one-sided views about women, they are stereotypes. So they prevail in these countries. But now situation is changing fast in the Muslim world. Even the term Islamic feminism is heard these days. This is a separate kind of feminism. In Muslim countries, there is voice against injustice, inequality that we see regarding women. And this is justified. There is no harm in it that women, Muslim women, associate themselves with this kind of protest. And that's why we are calling it Islamic feminism. So this is different from Western feminism. So it means there is no clash between any struggle for women's political, social, and legal matters, and Islam does not forbid its followers to raise voice against such kind of excessive discrimination, difference that is based on just sex of a person. Another thing that needs attention is the misunderstanding that Islam favors patriarchy and misogyny. Patriarchy means male domination, as we have matriarchy, female domination. And misogyny means hatred of women. and everything that is associated with women. So, Islam does not in any case favor patriarchy or misogyny. This is an unjust thing. This is an unjust attitude of some people, that they blame such things. They blame Islam for such things. So we conclude that we should not confuse issues of marriage and consent in Islam. Number two, the opinions of Muslim scholars on different issues regarding women and marriage and veil and other things, they do not represent true Islam. In most of the cases, as I said in previous modules, they present their own personal opinions and interpretations of Islam. Another point is that there is no single uniform feminism in the entire world. We have different versions of feminism, and we have a separate kind of feminism that prevails in Muslim world, that is called Islamic feminism.